Hi everybody, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and today I'm going to quickly show you how you can make a sticker book from an old happy planner, or you can make one from new materials if you like. So there's only a few things that you need, but the kicker is you do not need a hole punch. Yay! So I'm going to show you that. So you're going to need the stickers that you're going to be putting into your book, of course. You'll need a tape runner, but you can use glue if you like. So you don't really need a tape runner. That's optional. I have a corner chomper or corner rounder, and again, this is optional. You can use scissors if you like on that. You're going to need a paper cutter. Again, you can use scissors. That's optional, so you don't have to go out and buy all these things. And then you're going to need paper. And this paper in particular was for the Create 360, and it is 20 sheets. It's 40 sheets altogether because it's front and back, and this is actually graph paper. Now I got this from Hobby Lobby for $4.99, and of course I used the coupon that was at least 50% off at the time that I bought this. So believe me, I didn't pay $4.99 for it. So you can do the math on that. I got a percentage off on that. And then this is what the book looks like, the finished book looks like. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys in the inside of it a little bit. Because you'll see that the stickers fit in here. They're very sturdy, they're not going to fall out, and it's just like I put cardboard in here, because you may think, how are you going to use that paper? It's kind of flimsy, but once you put the stickers in here, it really makes it pretty sturdy. Another thing that I did was I took the cover of the sticker book that it came with, I took it off, and I actually put it inside the book as well. And this way I won't repeat this book unless I wanted to like replenish this book after I use it. So because they have a lot of these books now, so I wanted to make sure that I know which ones that I have already. So I actually kept that page and used it as a bookmark. So everything behind here actually came within this sticker book itself. So you can see I have one sticker book in here. It's pretty thin, and I have a few more that I'm going to be adding to this as well. So I'm just going to put this over to the side, and I'll get to the cover in a moment. And so this is what the paper looks like. Let's pull the paper out. Just pull it all the way out. So this is what the paper looks like, and it already has the punched holes in here, which is the important piece to this whole puzzle. And so what I did was I measured off 5 1/4 and I cut that. So it's really easy when you use one of these paper cutters to do that. So I'll just open it up, and I only work with a few pieces of paper at a time, and I'm going to cut 5 1/4 inches. Now, one important thing to note is you want to make sure that you're cutting this end that doesn't have the actual holes in it. And so you want this to be on the other side. So make sure you're cutting only the part that doesn't have the holes in it. So this is at 5 1/4 inches. So I'm going to cut that. And I always keep these pieces because I can use them for something else. They're really useful, especially since these have graph paper on it. So I'm a hoarder when it comes to keeping and recycling things, which worked out for me well in this case. So we'll just put that aside. So now I have my pages that I can work with. And the next thing that I'm going to need is I'm going to need 2 of the pages out of this book. So I'm going to take the first one and I'll take the second one out the book here. And I'm just going to turn it on the back side. I'm going to take my paper, my tape runner here. And you can put as much glue or double stick tape on here as you like, but you can get some double stick tape from the dollar store as well. And I just like to put mines around the edges, and I'll put some, oops, like down the middle. So you probably don't have to do all that. If you do use the double stick tape like this, you got to be careful, because this stuff is not a joke. It sticks like nobody's business. All right, so I always want to make sure that the tops are where they need to be. It's the top of this and the top of the paper. And then I'm going to bring this edge as close as possible, but not going over the actual holes themselves where the rings are going to be at, and I kind of align it from top to bottom, and it fits on perfectly. Now of course you can do your own measurements. You can make them as big or as small as you like. I chose to make mine just big enough to fit the paper on, and you can see there's just a little bit of a border around the edges here where the paper is at. So I'm going to put one on the back as well, so why waste paper, right? So let's do our little gluing again. And I'm going to take my tape runner. You can see this is a very fast process here. And even if you didn't have a tape runner and you were just using some double stick tape, it's still a super fast process. And then you could do this while you're watching TV or something. So I just want to make sure I know where the top is. This is the top of my paper. This is the top of my sticker paper, because believe me, I have put one on upside down before, which is still no big deal. Nobody's gonna see but me and you. So all right, put that put that as close to the edge as you can, and voila, there you go. So now you have a page, and it's very sturdy. Look at that, it doesn't even bend. Very sturdy to put in the book. So let's put it into our book here. And this particular page, because I'm keeping these in order because I want the pinks to be together, it's gonna go here. Look at that, ta-ta! And you didn't need a page punch for this, or hole punch for this, and it fits in there very nicely. So that's how you put the pages in. And again, if I wanted to put, and I'm going to put the cover of this, I'm just going to cut the cover right here at the edge. Let me move this out the way so you can see. You're just going to cut it at the edge, and you're going to do the same thing on the back. You're going to take your glue or use your tape runner or double stick tape, and then you're going to actually put it onto your paper. It'll fit on there just perfectly, just like the pages themselves, and you can use that as a bookmark as well. So let me just tell you about the covers. And again, this was a cover that I had. Now I'm going to just pull out my Erin Condren planner, just kind of as a guideline to you. Let's take this cover off. Okay, so of course the cover was about this big, and I cut it down. And now remember, for these pages I actually cut it 5 1/4 across here, but for the covers I went a little bit further because I wanted everything to fit nicely inside of this binder itself, inside of the system. So if you look, you'll see that there's a bit of an overhang here because this is cut at 5 1/2. So this is 5 1/4 across, this is 5 1/2 across. And again, you won't have to cut the top or the bottom off, just the side itself. Now this was the front of the Happy Planner itself, and I chose to use the black and white side. So it still looked pretty nice. Now because this was laminated, because this was a laminated page, I was worried about this kind of coming apart once I cut that pocket open, because you know when you laminate things together there's a pocket. So I cut the pocket open. So what I did was I just chose a complimentary type of washi to go onto this, and I just put the washi on, and then I just took my We Are Memory Keepers Chomper, and I used the 1/4 of an inch, because it has 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch, and I just opened that up and I just chomped each end, and the corners were already done on this side, so that gave me some nice rounded corners, and that was pretty much it. So once you fit it in, or put it on, of course it goes on very nicely. No hole punch necessary because there's holes already there for the rings already, and you can see everything sits in there really nicely. And I did the back page the same as well. Now because I used the flip side of the covers, then I had to I had like the logo at the top here which doesn't matter because it's going to be on the inside. Nobody's going to see this but me and you, so I'm not really wasn't that worried about it. But you could take a sticker and you could cover that up as well. So that is pretty much it, how you make this nice little sticker book system. And I thought I would share that with you guys. I'm not a formal trainer or anything, but I just want to share what I'm learning, because I love planning, I love decorating, and I love the crafting part about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also you can share it with your tribe as well, and that will help support the channel. And what else will help support the channel when you give it a thumbs up is also to subscribe to the channel as well. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet Lotus Blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. Peace out.